Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Jamunatira Jamunatira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjavihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjavihari Jana Gopi Jana Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Jamunatira Yamunatira Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Lilamrita Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. ISKCON founder Acharya Jagat Guru Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivajagacharya Astottara Sita Shishimani Divine Guest Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ki Jai Ananta Gauri Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai Friends, you are Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Siva Sari Gaura Bhaktivinoda ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinath Shama Radha Kunda Giri Garavadam ki Jai Vrindavan Dham ki Jai Mathura Dham ki Jai Navadvip Mayapur Dham ki Jai Jagannath Puri Dham ki Jai Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Devi Sudarshan Chakra ki Jai Jamuna Mai ki Jai, Ganges Mai ki Jai, Tulasi Devi ki Jai, Bhakti Devi ki Jai, Samveda Bhakti Vrinda ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande. All glories of Sangha devotees, all glories of Sangha devotees, all glories of Sangha devotees, all glory to Shishi Guru Shri Gauranga. Krishna
struggling. Shall I bring the fan?
Reading from Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita. Let there be a temple. The land was Ramareti. Prabhupada noted that the property on the outskirts of Vrindavan was located on busy Chatikar Road, the main thoroughfare into Vrindavan and a traffic route to Agra and the Taj Mahal. The land was also adjacent to the Vrindavan Parikrama path, where millions of pilgrims passed annually, circumambulating Vrindavan and visiting its temples and holy places. Ramareti literally means charming sand. Charming sand. Was mostly forest, with a few ashrams and abandoned fields. Celebrated as a favorite spot of Krishna's, where he and his brother Balaram and their cowhead boyfriends had played 5,000 years ago. Ramareti abounded in transcendental love of God, which is the special atmosphere of Vrindavan. Although various city officials had casually mentioned that the city might donate land, Prabhupada took more seriously Mr. A's offer. Mr. S explained that although other sadhus had been asking for the land, he and his wife had not yet decided. He wanted to give it to a group who would build the Radha Krishna temple there as soon as possible. When Prabhupada assured Mr. S he would do so, Mr. S vowed that the land was now Prabhupada. Prabhupada had had such promises before, and they had often proved false. But considering this offer seriously, he appointed disciples to remain in Vrindavan to draw up a deed with Mr. S. This also happened the same way. Where ISKCON temple is now, Ramareti, as described here, it is true. On the main road to Agra, and it's within the Parikrama mark. It's inside. So if you do Parikrama, you have also circumambulated ISKCON temple, which is Krishna Balaram and Radha Shyama Sundar Gaurvita, and 3 altars. Srila Prabhupada wanted to promote Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Nitai Gauranga. That is why he installed Krishna Balaram. That was his idea. So it is rather Krishna temple, but it is officially Krishna Balaram. Why? Because he wanted Vrindavan Gauranga is not open. He wanted to bring that. So he established that. It was not easy. It was not easy. And thinking deeply about so many things. How to serve Krishna is not an easy thing. Not easy. So much sacrifice one has to make to serve Krishna. So as he mentioned it, that Prabhupada has had the same thing and it proved to be false. Not all fulfilled or redeemed their promise. This one also with Mr. and Mrs. S. After some time, they changed their mind. The mind also changed. Because somebody else came in and gave a powerful suggestion that it could become a filling station. A filling station. Which will bring more money. If you put other Krishna temple, the money is going to go to the Mahanta of the temple, but not, so if it is used for filling station, and there is no filling station, no Vrindavan, no filling station. Filling station is outside, on the way to Agra, or to Delhi. Yeah, then there is filling station. Vrindavan, no filling station. Mathura. Yeah, it's Mathura area. So that idea came and it became a serious concern. And because she's a gentle lady, I met her twice. I met her 2 times. She did not want to say no. Therefore, she played a very gentle politics. Swamiji. Who knows if Krishna won this place? So how do I know Krishna won it? So we have to play a ballot. 2 pieces of paper. One is no, the one is yes. Squeeze it, put in the paper, in a plate. They were thinking we were worried. What again? So it's a big promise. Well, Papa was peaceful. He was peaceful. So Swamiji, you choose anyone. If Krishna wants, if Krishna doesn't want, what can I do? This is a polite way to refuse a promise. So Prabhupada put his 2 hands on his cane, on his chin. And he was, yes, no problem. So the plate was played before Prabhupada. 2 folded papers. One is yes, one is no. So Prabhupada said, they decided, he didn't choose, so choose one. You pick it. The answer is yes. Now she have nothing else to, yeah. Prabhupada won the battle. So that's how the land came. It was not an easy thing, not just not a small deal. Purity came inside to play. So Prabhupada desired to expand Krishna very strong. I have seen that with other acharyas, Damodara acharyas in the Bhakti Society, Prabhupada. They work hard to get temple established for Krishna glorification. They work hard. That's how Prabhupada got it. And that was not the end of the trouble. When Prabhupada dug the foundation, the Gundas came and covered everything back in the night. They put a foundation in the night, cover everything back. We don't want temple. You come back the next day, everything is leveled. You have to employ security. Dug it again. With difficulty, Prabhupada succeeded in establishing the temple there. Now millions of people come. The Sankirtan, in the morning you will hear 1,000 books distributed. It is in the compound, not outside. It's distributed in the temple. Temple courtyard. The Gornitai book stand, Namahat book stand, Prophet Life Department book stand. They design everything Krishna consciously. Every department there is a book, department. There's a book. They move to distribute the books spread of the whole environment. Everywhere in the courtyard is Prabhupada's Samadhi, Prabhupada room. Or as you enter Prabhupada's room, the first thing you see is the display of the books. And someone is sitting there. All around. So books are being distributed. Thousands of books are distributed in the compound. Why? Thousands of people are coming every day. So it's easy to talk to people and distribute books. That is the beauty of having a magnificent temple. It will attract people to come there. It is easier to distribute the books in the compound than outside. Outside you are approaching people. Oh, Jesus, I want. Someone has come to a house, you're not going to. Yes, he's not going to do otherwise. Yes. He has come, or she has come. So if the person is there for your interest. So it is our duty to be sure we provide the facilities to give people the books. And so Prabhupada wanted, he wrote a letter to it was Calcutta Temple. Don't say it is finished. What is not finished? What is not finished? Don't say it is finished. What is that? Say it loud. Sadhan. Don't say it is finished. At all times, this will be precedent for 20 people at a time. 20 people at a time. This is precedent for 20 people. Don't say it is finished. Halva, puri, pakora, and there are 4 items. 4 items. Don't say it is finished. Why is finished? Because you are thinking at the door. It is cemetery who is doing. So someone comes here with giving persona. If we are representing Srila Prabhupada, we should do it like that. Somebody comes in. So get persona. Not a whole big plate, but at least we get something. When we were at Jawala at that time, I just said, his Holy Krishna told me, you should always have prasadam here. Anyway, it was small, very small place. You came to visit the Jawala that time, before we moved to Ghana Williams. A small place. That is the order. Donation is not there. From the shop and make the money. But to follow the order had potency. So I did. And you will not scarcity of money. We followed the order, but there will not scarcity. We were having the money to make the prasadam. After the normal money prasadam, you have another big pot of prasadam. Not like we cook rice and beans and vegetables together, but not thick like the one you're taking. Light, like that, making like that. It was always there till evening. And there was no scarcity. We followed the order, it works perfectly. So somebody come, you should give prasadam. It is preaching. It is preaching. Prasadam is not ordinary thing, it is a spiritual food. So if someone takes prasadam, the gate to hell is closed. Even if you are not going back to Godhead, you don't go to hell. And there's a chance of becoming a devotee, either in this life or the next one. It is certain the one will become a devotee. So it's an investment. We should not look only at the present, we should consider that we are making an investment. It's an investment. We are investing for what will happen. If you don't invest, you cannot harvest. The harvest will come later. Yes, you will get whimsical people who will never donate anything, they will never do any service, but they will preach to you. Prabhupada said, there must be prasadam in the temple. You will get them. They will not know any other philosophy. They won't tell you that Prabhupada said we should chant 600 minutes every day. They won't tell you that, but they will tell you Prabhupada said, don't say it is fees. That one, they know it perfectly. Even in a dream, they will repeat it. But they will not chant Hare Krishna in the dream. They will not remember Prabhupada saying we should keep progressive principles. They won't say that. They won't remember that. So that will not be a problem. So something small. Something small. Must be there for people. We are investing. If you don't invest, so we should make investment. Then we can expect returns. The returns will come after the investment. Yes. So that is Krishna, Hare Krishna temple, as Prabhupada said it. So those who say we are followers of Prabhupada, we should do this. From 1965 until 1970, Srila Prabhupada had concentrated mainly on establishing Krishna consciousness in America. His plan had been that if the Americans turn to Krishna consciousness, the rest of the world would follow. Although his preaching to the English-speaking people had begun in India, some 60 years of single-handed endeavor there had convinced him that Indians were either too absorbed in politics, too ignorant of their spiritual heritage, or too crippled by poverty to seriously accept Krishna consciousness. Therefore, he had not been successful. I was surprised to read a quote when Prabhupada said, I vow not to return to India. I was surprised. I never seen it before. Sorry, last year. I vowed I would never go back to India. I would never preach in India. Because he had a very bitter experience. What he preached there. God answered to your question you asked me. Do you have an idea? Prabhupada vowed I will not go back to India, I will preach to India. What did he preach then? Why he took his own vow? Because of the bad experience he has had. The nature of pure devotee is that they don't consider the obstacle activities of others. They will do their own bhakti. Even if others are not doing, they will do their own. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, my good is too heavy. I brought it here, but they are not customers. If I get even a person who has a small amount, I will sell my good. That is the nature of pure devotees. They will take all kinds of risks to establish Krishna consciousness. I will see Prabhupada. All kinds of risks. But in the United States, success had come. Clearly, America was the prime field for implanting Krishna consciousness. Yet, Prabhupada found the West uncultured, uncivilized. That is true. If a trace of civilization remained anywhere, he would often say, it was in India, the heart of the original Vedic culture. Now, Modi is bringing back the culture. He's bringing back. Of all the country colonized, only India is rising. Africa is not rising. And it is natural that India should rise because Indians are what? They are the mother for civilization. They are the mother. And the Vedas are from them. So it is not a surprise that they are rising. They are rising. Which is very, very, very important. And Prabhupada has mentioned in first canto alone, 3 times Prabhupada mentioned, Indians fail in their duty, that is why the whole world is suffering. Now 1, 5, 10 purport. 1, 5, 10 purport. Indians failed in their duty. Therefore, the whole world is in trouble. What is the duty of Indians? Upaka, to give Krishna consciousness, not engineers. They are not the artisans. It is Krishna consciousness. That is the duty for Indians. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu clearly declared anyone who has taken birth in India should take Krishna consciousness seriously and perfect his or life and then distribute it to the whole world. Yes. By 1970, he had demonstrated through his extensive traveling and preaching that he intended to establish the Krishna consciousness movement not only in the US but all over the world, especially in India. Even accepting that preaching in the United States and preaching in India were equally important. Still, the preaching in the United States was going well without Prabhupada's constant direct management. What he had begun, his American disciples could continue. But in India, Prabhupada could not allow his disciples to manage ISKCON. He saw how often and how easily the Indians were able to cheat his disciples. Half of ISKCON's work in India was being spoiled, he said, due to his disciples being cheated. If they put on a panda program, they might end up paying several times the standard cost. The only way for ISKCON to develop in India would be under Prabhupada's direct management. Beginning in 1970, With a small band of American disciples, Prabhupada had traveled from place to place in India as a model sannyasi, opening a great new field for ISKCON. Now, he wanted to construct big temples in India, 3 in particular, one in Vrindavan, one in Mayapur, and one in Bombay. As early as 1967, he had attempted to make an American house for his disciples in Vrindavan. Mayapur, being the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya, was especially important, and Bombay was India's major city, a gateway to India. As with most of Prabhupada's big plans, even his close disciples couldn't fully comprehend the scope of his vision. But Prabhupada knew what he wanted, and he knew it all depended on Krishna. Gradually, he began to unfold his plans. Prabhupada is purpose-driven. He knows what he wanted. And therefore, he went about it, even when there was no support from all directions. He knows his purpose. Even though there is no support from any direction, all directions is all failure. He succeeded because he knows his goal. He has a purpose. As we mentioned earlier, if we are not Krishna conscious, purpose driven, we will not succeed. What is the determination? If you don't know the goal, you would never have determination. The determination will not be strong. If you are very hungry, if you are very hungry, are you hungry? If you are very hungry, will obstacles stop you from from cooking? Will it be difficult to cook if you are very hungry? No. If you are not hungry, rain is falling. You don't need to go to market. The rain is falling. It's too much rain. So, yeah, the market is not open. But if you are hungry, you will not see the rain. You will see the rain falling. If there is rain, you find the means, get umbrella. If you are not hungry, you will not even see that people are in the street in the rain. You will see it. You will see the rain. Similarly, if a person knows the goal and you are purpose driven, you will never see any obstacles. Obstacles will be stepping stones, not obstruction. So Prabhupada knows the goal. He's purpose driven. Therefore, even the disciples who are very close to him does not understand his vision, he succeeded. He went ahead. He was never deterred. He pushed on to the end. Similarly, we are Prabhupada's followers. We should be purpose driven. Why are you in Krishna consciousness? Why am I here? Why am I here? If you don't ask yourself this question, you will not succeed. Why am I here? That's the first question. Why? Why am I here? If you get the answer correct, I'm here for Krishna consciousness. Am I doing it? That's the next question. Right? If you get the answer correct, that yes, I'm here for Krishna consciousness. So the next question is, am I doing it? We can say yes, I'm chanting Hare Krishna every day. Yes, I'm doing some service every day. I'm doing something every day. That is not the end. The next question is, how are we doing it? Make sense? How are we doing it? These questions are necessary to be asked. Don't ask somebody, ask yourself. Prabhupada, how are you doing it? How am I doing it? That is the question. It is the Guru who will ask, how are they doing it? How are my disciples doing it? That is the question for the Guru, not for others. For we, our question should be, how am I doing it? The Guru should ask, how are my disciples doing it? That is his duty. The Prabhupada knows. Bombay, November 1971. For a year, the devotees had been living at Akash Ganga address, 2 apartments on the 7th floor of a building in the heart of Bombay. But Prabhupada was not satisfied with this. He wanted land in Bombay to build on and to expand. He was determined. Instead of his usual morning walks, he would take long rides in his car to observe various parts of the city. Because many of the ISKCON life members live in aristocratic Malabar Hill, Prabhupada's disciples thought it a good place for a temple. On several occasions, Prabhupada rode to the top of Malabar Hill and walked around various properties, considering certain large buildings as possible temples. But for one reason or another, he judged them all unacceptable. Then in November, a Mr. N offered to sell Prabhupada 5 acres in Juhu, practically on the shore of the Arabian Sea. As soon as Prabhupada approached the land, he remembered having seen and considered it years before. In August 1965, during the weeks just before he had left for America, he had been staying at Scindia Colony. In the evenings, he had gone to the home of Scindia Steamship Company owner, Mrs. Sumati Mukherjee in Juhu, where he had read and explained Srimad Bhagavatam for her and her guests. Several times he had passed this very property and had thought what a good location it would be for an ashram and a Radha Krishna temple. Although his attention had been absorbed in the task of leaving India, he had still considered the Juhu land. Now he was again in Juhu, reconsidering the same land he had noticed years before. He took it as a reminder from Krishna. The land was overgrown with tall grasses and bushes, and many coconut palms stood throughout. In the back of the property were several tenement buildings. The land bordered on Juhu Road, the main traffic artery back to Bombay, 18 miles to the south. A broad expanse of beach on the Arabian Sea was a brief walk away. The location was good, peaceful, and yet not remote. Several 5-star hotels bordered the nearby beach, and developers were beginning work on other hotels and apartment buildings. When Prabhupada walked along the beach, he liked even more this idea of buying the land. Rich men had weekend homes on the beach, and thousands of Bombayans would be out enjoying the beach on Sundays. Daily, hundreds of Juhu residents use the long, broad seashore for roaming, for morning walks before going to work. Almost always people were strolling or gathering there, and yet the beach was clean. The mild waves and open skies were inviting. The local was ideal not only for a hotel but for a Krishna conscious center. Prabhupada wanted the Juhu land. And although his disciples continued to show him houses in Malabar Hill, he didn't change his mind. His disciples wanted whatever he wanted, yet they had trouble developing enthusiasm for a property so far from the city and with no available housing or temple facility. Yes, this is the problem. We see the present, right? The Guru see ahead, the future. Prabhupada is not seeing what is happening, he is seeing what is happening tomorrow. Today, can we say that it is a bush? You go to Juhu now, Sisirada Rasbahari, Lalita Visakha Sake, Krishna, Radha, sorry, Goranditai and Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman. Can you say it's a jungle? That time we are seeing jungle, bush, tall palm coconut trees and bushes, mosquitoes, and scorpions, and snakes, and hotels. But Slapa was seeing people coming to the beach, yes. He was seeing the people, he was not seeing the bush. What he was seeing. So now, if you go there, you see the very place, thousands of people will queue to go and take darshan of Radha Rasbihari. Thousands queue on Janmasani. To go and see. They are queue from morning till midnight. Is that bush? No. So we're seeing bush where Prabhupada was seeing Radha Rasbihari with thousands of devotees coming to take his blessings. So Prabhupada ki yes, we go to follow the vision of visioners. If you follow the vision of visioners, you will see better than what we see. And things will move faster. So every single step of challenges and proper pass through all of them. Any comments? Yes.
How to keep our consciousness like okay, because when you see new obstacles, you want to do something good.
The only solution is to have strong side and follow the Guru. If you follow the Guru with strong sadhana, you will succeed. Obstacles will find its way. They will take care of it. They will give you the intelligence, they make all the facilities, how all these things will be solved. If you depend on each one yourself and take our sadhana very structurally, you will get strength. They will be empowerment, potency. to overcome all obstacles. Krishna said, by my grace. Bhagavad Gita 18:56, 56, 57, 18, Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 18, 56. Yes. Sarva karmani api sadam purvano mat yapashaya mat pasadat vapniti sasutam pada amyayam. Though engaged in all kinds of activities, my devotee under my protection reaches the eternal and imperishable abode by my grace. 57. Chaitasa sarva karmani mayi sanyasya matpara buddhi yogam upasitya makchitta satatam bhava. In all activities, just depend on me and work always under my protection. In such devotional service, be fully conscious of me. Work, depend on Krishna, will pass through all obstacles by Krishna's grace. Yeah? That is our potency. Depend on the order of the spiritual master and take our sadhana very seriously. Everything becomes possible. All impossible things become possible. Difficult things become easy. Easy things become more easy. There are no easy things Krishna can do. Everything is very difficult. But Krishna will make it simple. So Prabhupada ki